What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy back to you with another video. And today, bruh, I'm bringing y'all I'm bringing y'all a video about Batman's next part. So anyways, man, it's going to be a lot of images, bro. I literally rewatched the movie just to like make this video pretty much. I mean, I had an idea to make it, but it's like this video is like it took a lot of work because it took a lot of researching and it took a lot of watching different videos and just putting everything together. Like I literally have it all organized. We're gonna go through like certain buildings and then we're gonna go through like just everything, bro. But it's all like it all makes sense, and I even like took notes on it. I literally made a dude, like when I rewatched the movie, I literally dotted down notes to like see different clues I could find about who might be the next villain. And bro, I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now, dude. If you ever want to find out something, literally just rewatch a movie or just whatever you want to find out, like what might happen next about whatever, whether it's a movie, show, whatever. Literally rewatch either the last episode or the latest movie, whatever, bro. Like rewatch it. I guarantee you're gonna find so many different things, bro. And that's the thing about watching good shows or good movies. Like you literally catch things that you would have never even like found out. Like if you keep rewatching, you might be like, "Oh my goodness, I never noticed that," and all that. But yeah, man. Anyways, if you've never seen the Batman 2022, bro, watch it. That is literally peak, bro. Peak cinema. Peak cinema. Like literally, it's a 10 out of 10. I don't care what nobody says. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10, bro. I really don't care. That is literally peak. But anyways, bro, that's besides the point. Let's get into it, man. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the villains, and this is who I'm thinking might be. So it's out of how many villains are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 4 listed, but only some like y'all will see. Anyways, man, or villains, I should say, or it's not even a singular villain, but first thing is the Court of Owls. Now, y'all probably like if y'all are not familiar with Batman, y'all are probably like, who the are they? Like who? Anyways, man, so they're basically a group that pretty much like controls like the whole city, like just politicians and just they're basically the boss behind the bosses. You get what I'm saying? So if there's like the mob bosses, they're the ones controlling them. If the mob bosses are the ones that are the big bosses or whatever, it's like no, they're the ones who really run it. Like secret like societies and organizations and all that. Yeah, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much the Court of Owls. Anyways, man, let's just y'all see how they look. Let's move on, bro. So I put this down on my notes. This is what I caught on. So when Batman, and this is how he looks, by the way. This is Coulson right here. Yes, it was this dude in the movie. He was corrupt and everything. Anyways, so this is what I noticed, bro. So when they were in the church and Batman had to go defuse the bomb, they were talking to each other and Batman was like, "Who?" Coulson was basically saying how like, oh, like, there's people that run this and this and that, and then this is what I like dotted down and everything. I put Batman, who will, or Batman said, who will? Coulson was like, people are watching, and Batman was like, what people? Coulson was like, it's so much bigger than you could ever imagine. It's the whole system. Now, when I heard that, I'm like, dude, it's automatic. There's no like, they had to be in the next part, but it's like, I don't really know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really don't understand, but at the same time, and yeah, I put more at the bottom, but we're gonna get into that in a bit. But anyways, man, this just lets me know, like, dude, they probably most likely exist in that universe. They exist in Matt Reeves, the Batman, universe and all that. Cause, why else would he say that? Like he's trying to say like there's certain people that are watching, but like they're just unknown. You get what I'm saying? Like there's bosses behind the bosses, or there's the big boss, but in this case it's bosses. But So yeah, there's that. And anyways, let's get to the bottom part. So the Riddler ended up getting captured in the movie, right? Like all that. And there was also Carmine Falcone, who was seen with a mysterious woman. If y'all remember that one scene where he stepped out of the car. Basically it's literally the exact same, kind of like the exact same scene where this all took place, with Coulson being like captured and like Batman having to defuse the bomb and everything. So before the bomb and all that happened, Falcone literally pulled up with a mystery woman. I guess we're gonna say that, like mysterious woman, and basically like nobody, no, not even Batman. He was trying to find out who was her, because somehow she's connected to the murder. And I noticed that when the Riddler got captured, or before he got captured, in the movie, Lieutenant Martinez, because he ended up getting in contact with Gordon, right? He said that there was a lady witness that said that someone was coming down from the fire escape. And I'm thinking that's probably her. You get what I'm saying? That mysterious woman, that's probably her. Because after that scene where she was with Carmine and all that, or Falcone and all that, she was nowhere, like she was not seen again. And Riddler basically, he made himself get captured. He was just in the diner just chilling, like he was like, oh, I ordered, I think he said a pumpkin pie or something, some kind of pie. So he was just there, like, he ended up just getting captured. Like, he didn't even try to escape, nothing. Like, he just let himself get captured. So it's like, I'm thinking, like, did the Riddler, was he connected with the Court of Owls somehow? Like, because then he was saying how, like, oh, no one ever gave him a chance. But it's like, I don't know about that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just might think he works for them, like, secretly, because I don't know. Like, what type of villain just lets himself get captured? Like, I don't know. Unless they're, like, planning an escape or something. But anyways, and then at the bottom of my notes, I said, woman, Carla Diaz. So this is where I'm going to get into her. So I honestly wanted to find out, like, information about her, like, trying to find out who's her, like, who is she? And I couldn't really find anything, but I found this on Reddit. So there was this post that was like, was the woman with Falcone at the funeral the same one that Selena started to argue with the other night at the club? So when Selena went to the 44 Below, Catwoman, she ended up, like, when she put, like, those things in her eyes that Batman, like, told her to put on so she could go undercover, Batman could find out who's at the 44 Below, and he found out it was, like, half the DA office or whatever, he found a lot of corrupt cops or, officials or whatever. And then this person was like, yes, you are correct. And the 44 Below, the contact lenses identify her as Carla Diaz. It's Diaz, not Diaz. And it's also important to note that they identify her as affiliation unknown. So if you actually looked at or you actually watched the movie, every single person except her, literally, like, for example, oh, it'd be like some dude, and it'd be like, oh, this dude is part of the DA, or this dude is like part of the police force or whatever, But with her, it was different because it said affiliation unknown. And then, anyways, moving on. She was at the table with Gil Coulson, which is the dude with the bomb and all that, that exploded, and half the DA's office. And they were all identified by the contact lenses as DA affiliates. Because, is that how you say it? Oh my goodness, dude, my English. Because we then see Carla with Falcone at Mitchell's funeral. It can be inferred that she is mob affiliated in a 44 Below regular who mingles with Gotham's corrupt. So yeah, like, I think she's part of the Court of Owls, dude, because I'm telling y'all, like, after that scene with Falcone and all that, she was never seen again. Like, that one scene where, the lenses and all that, and the Falcone with her, after that, never seen again. And what's interesting, and this guy's crazy. What's interesting is that I was trying to, like, find her. Like, before I came across this Reddit post, I was like, dude, I'm trying to find out her name. And what's interesting is that Zoe Kravitz, or the one that plays Catwoman, she was the one actually donning this like outfit, the same one of when the woman steps out of the car with Falcone. I guess it was a whole different, like, it was supposed to be a whole different thing, a whole different scene or something, or it was supposed to play out different pretty much. But yeah, this is like Zoe, or Catwoman in that, or acting wise, donning that outfit. But it's actually not Selena when it came out to the actual movie, because if you look here and if you look at Zoe, obviously, they're not the same person. The one that I'm showing, like, the one that I'm showing that's kind of covering her eye, that's the one that actually came out in the movie. And Zoe, I don't know why. Again, maybe it was supposed to play out differently. But yeah, obviously they look different. I mean, if you look at Zoe's lips or whatever and hers lips, they're different and face wise. But yeah, man. And then this is her from that lenses scene that I'm talking about. So this is her in the lenses scene, and that's when it said affiliate unknown. And yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, there's not a lot to go by, but it's just speculation. You get what I'm saying? Like, she might, or not she might, but she might be part of the Court of Owls. But obviously, like, the Court of Owls, they might exist in the universe, but as them being the main villain or something like that, like, I don't think so. It's not really likely, because apparently, I did my research and stuff, and they supposedly said that, like, oh, like, or not supposedly, but they said that, oh, it's been done before already, and that they're trying to bring in different villains. But maybe they just might be not the side characters, but maybe they just might have a scene where they're watching everything go down. I don't know, man, but like, they're apparently too powerful for Batman to handle or something. I don't know. They get the reputation that, from what I researched, they get the reputation that, like, they're very powerful and all that. So, and obviously Robert Pattinson's Batman is like, he's not really that. He's not like Ben Affleck's Batman where, he's like, or Arkham Batman where he's like, like, I'm about to just 2-piece, 3-piece, quadruple piece. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not at that level, It's only his second year. Like, it's only Robert Pattinson's Batman's second year as Batman. But anyways, man, now that we got that out the way, moving on to the next villain. Okay, so next villain, we got Firefly. Now, if you look at this image right here by Screen Rant, it said the Batman art favors Firefly as the DC movies villain over the Riddler. Now, keep in mind, this was made in November 5th of 2020, or this came out on November 5th of 2020, this article. And I guess they actually made, like, whoever, this account right here, Boss Logic, made like an image of Firefly. And, this, I guess, is how he would, like, be seen as, like, in terms of, like, the Batman universe, Matt Reeves' Batman. Because, everything is more realistic in that sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, in that whole universe. So this is supposedly how he would look like. But, I mean, there's not really much to go by with him. But this is what Screen Rant said in this image. It's all like, while Firefly may not be as well known as some of Batman's other rogues, he's still proven to be a formidable foe. Although Firefly's origin story differs throughout the comics, he's most commonly shown as an obsessive pyromaniac. He becomes terribly scarred after setting fire to a chemical factory, and later starts working as a mercenary and arsonist. That being said, Firefly has appeared in numerous Batman-related projects, from the Batman animated series to Batman Arkham video games. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem likely that Firefly will be the Batman's main villain. However, it would be cool to see Firefly in the spotlight, especially for a future Dark Knight blockbuster. So there's not really, it's not really possible, or not possible, but it's like, it's not likely. You get what I'm saying? Like, because he'd have to have a backstory and everything. It would be cool, but him as the main villain, or just, I don't know. Yeah, if it was like the main villain, I don't think so. Necessarily, like, we even seen him in the 2004 Batman, animated series. The 2004, it's just called the Batman, which is funny. But yeah, 2004 Batman. You also seen Firefly in there. And yeah, Batman took him down. The only thing I can add about Firefly that could be a possible, like he might show up in part two, is that when Batman was escaping from the police, and hopefully I find an image somewhere. If I do, I'll put it up, obviously. But when he was escaping from the police, I don't know if y'all remember when he was like up on the roof and then he put on like that suit that like made him fly, or glide, whatever. Um, you know, it could be possible that Firefly might also be the villain in part two. Maybe that could add on to it because in the animated Batman of 2004, Batman actually had like a jetpack sort of thing, and that's how he like fought Firefly like on air pretty much and all that. I don't think it's likely though, because obviously this is more grounded, grounded, and I don't see it becoming possible or likely, Firefly being a villain. But anyways, man, moving on. Now, this one I would love to see, bro. I would love to see, just for the simple fact that if you know about Mr. Freeze, and here he goes, bro. Here's Mr. Freeze right here. Just by the image, you could see that in like he's holding like pretty much his wife. So the backstory of Mr. Freeze is that he's pretty much like, for example, in the Arkham series, he's pretty much trying to like get his wife back. You get what I'm saying? Because I forgot, she's basically just frozen, but he's trying to find like a cure or some way to like get her back and have her be alive again. And that's pretty emotional in itself. I mean, he's pretty much like trying everything he can that he knows to bring his wife back, and that's what I love about Mr. Freeze. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's not really a villain, but he's also not really good. You get what I'm saying? Like, he'll do anything. He'll pretty much do anything it takes to get his wife back, So I think it would go crazy in part two, and there's also like, a lot of people are also seeing like, oh man, it could be Mr. Freeze too, like, so it's like, dude, if we really, and it makes sense because if you remember in the Batman, the movie, obviously at the end, how like it gets flooded and everything, obviously water, ice, you get what I'm saying? Like he would have a lot to do in that sense. You get what I'm saying? Just like how this article says right here by Culture Slate. In terms of the Batman sequel itself, I see a few ways Mr. Freeze could be introduced into Reeves' take on the Batman universe. For one thing, we know that this version of Thomas Wayne made at least one shady dealing with some of Gotham City's criminal figureheads. If Wayne was involved with the more unsavory parts of the city's infrastructure, it could give the Wayne family some involvement in the kinds of corporate corruption that led to Freeze's origin, making the Wayne family one of his potential targets. There is also the fact that Gotham City is now flooded with water as a result of the Riddler's bombings. In this kind of environment, Freeze would absolutely thrive and be nearly unstoppable due to the amount of available ammo for his weaponry and increasingly freezable environments for him to wreak havoc on. So yeah, the flooding and everything, water, ice, you get what I'm saying? They mix well. So he'll pretty much be, unstoppable, but it's nothing the Batman can handle. No, I'm playing. But yeah, he'll pretty much, it would make the most sense. You get what I'm saying? It would make the most sense. But again, it's up to the director, man. It's up to Matt Reeves. It's his universe. We just gonna have to see. Now, moving on to what's most likely. So let's take a look here, man. In the article by Game Rant, it says, making Hush the next antagonist of Pattinson's Batman series would certainly deliver on the emotional troubles Reeves wants to emphasize, given the history between Bruce Wayne and Thomas Elliot. Plus, the Batman still stealthily plays some Hush references throughout the film, most notably when the word was written across a photo of Bruce Wayne's father, who ultimately got a reporter with the last name Elliot killed. Yes, so I honestly think this one's like, I feel like this one's super high likely, like tremendously high likely. I don't think he for sure might be, or he for sure will be included, or has to be. I mean, there's a lot of references, so if he is included, I'm calling it right now. No, I'm playing. But pretty much with Hush, his actual name is Thomas Elliot, and he was Batman or Bruce Wayne's close friend. But so yeah, here's another image before I get into anything. Rumor: Hush will appear in the Batman Part 2. Yes, very likely. So like I said, like I told y'all, I rewatched the movie, caught a lot. I mean a whole lot of references, or I noticed a lot of things. So let's take a look at my notes. So obviously I put Hush so I don't get confused. But anyway, so I put guy in church, don't I know you? So if you remember when seeing the actual movie and everything, if you remember that scene where Bruce Wayne walks in, he comes across this guy that's just sitting on the side talking about like all this rich person or whatever. Somebody had it coming to them. I think he was talking about the person that died or whatever. And this is how he looks like. So this might be Thomas Elliot, bro. I don't. It's very likely though, very likely, because how I said in my notes, he was like, "Oh, don't I know you?" And after that, the mayor or the person that's trying to run for mayor or whatever, the woman, the black woman and everything, she comes up to Bruce, and then she's like, Bruce Wayne. So after he says that, like, oh, don't I know you, the woman calls out Bruce Wayne. And then the guy kind of like stares for a second. And then as they start walking away, Bruce Wayne turns back, and then Thomas Elliot speculated, I don't know if it might be him, but it probably is likely because he said, oh, don't I know you? Probably likely, man. I don't know. He pretty much like, sits, he had his head sticking out, and then he pretty much like, just kind of moves to the side, and he kind of disappears into the darkness. But really he's just sitting down. It's just lighting or whatever. But it's highly likely, dude. Highly likely. Going back to my notes, it says reporter Edward Elliot tried to expose the Waynes. So he was pretty much a reporter, and he tried to expose the Waynes for their dirty work and whatever, because he said, or he shown, or the Riddler was saying this, but it was pretty much what he was trying to put out into the news. The reporter, when Martha was a child, her mom brutally murdered her father and then offed herself. So her mother, herself and everything. And then the Arkham, so the Waynes were close with the Arkhams, and just by the fact of the Arkhams, I was thinking maybe the next villain might also be Lady Arkham, which is the one from the Telltale series. I highly doubt it, though. I don't think so. It's just, again, it was just an idea. I don't think so, though. But anyways, Arkham's use money and power to cover it up. Again, the Riddler said that, so, I'm pretty much, writing what I know, or writing what I heard and seen. Martha in and out of institutions, didn't want nobody to know. Thomas wanted a reporter to stay quiet in a hush money agreement. If that isn't a dead gift, I mean, I don't know. Again, bro, very likely, extremely likely he might be in the next movie. And then, anyways, Thomas turned to Carmine Falcone and had him murdered, but obviously this is false because Alfred, when, Bruce went to the hospital, or the room where he was staying in the hospital, Alfred told him what really happened and everything. But again, I'm going to show y'all right here. So in this picture right here, you can see Edward Elliot right there. They're showing a picture of, the reporter that was, offed and everything, or killed and everything. And then this is Thomas right here. And it says hush. So highly likely, bro. This is all like, this is set in stone already. So pretty much like, if he isn't the main villain, he's for sure gonna be a side villain, bro. Like for sure. Like, there's no other way around it. So yeah, man. He's probably gonna play a big role, even if he's the side character or side villain or main villain. Like, again, he's gonna play a big role because, again, that is Bruce's childhood friend, and like, it's gonna be very emotional, because he's probably gonna like Hush is probably gonna be like, like, damn, like, I want Bruce Wayne, dead or whatever, and Batman's just gonna be like hearing all this and everything, and him being under the mask, knowing that's him, he's gonna be feeling like very like heartbroken, or he's gonna feel for Hush and everything, because like he's going, this is a childhood friend that he's seen go through all this, and like he's just filled with hate and everything. So it would be very, it would make the most sense, and obviously like it would really be like, damn, like it will go crazy. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Now, this is just extra, this is just extra information, not related to, I mean, it's related to the movie, but it also has to do with DCU's or James Gunn's Batman, the Brave and the Bold. So, if you don't know by now, Robert Pattinson's Batman is not connected to the DCU. So he's not going to be a part of the Justice League. The Batman is just its own thing. Kind of like but exactly like the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, it's its own thing. Joker's not connected to Robert Pattinson's Batman. None of that. They're completely different. They're their own thing. So the thing about this and what makes it harder, or would make it harder, is that since the Matt Reeves Batman is barely in the first part, and then part 2 until 2026, it got pushed back, man, unfortunately. Obviously they're not going to be able to use the same villains, because why would, it's like people would see the same movie, you get what I'm saying? And people might get confused of like, well, why is there a Batman Part 2? And then why is there a Batman Brave and the Bold? So for the average viewer, they're probably going to be confused. Like, what? Like, what is this? But again, they're completely separate, And nowadays, a lot of people don't do their research, literally. But so the problem with this is that there's been rumors going around that, part 2 of Batman or Matt Reeves' Batman might be the last one due to the DCU's or due to James Gunn's, like, DCU and everything, like they don't want to make it confusing and everything. So my thoughts on this is that I think the trilogy will, like, it will be completed, because it won't, like, it would be unfair, because Matt Reeves, came out with his film first. You get what I'm saying? So why would, just because, So, and again, like, a lot of people love Robert Pattinson's Batman. I mean, dude, damn whole movie. Watch the movie if y'all haven't seen it, literally. But I think he's the best Batman, best Bruce Wayne. I don't care, bro. This is literally peak, bro. That, we got his detective side. We got his emotional side. That movie is perfect, bro. I don't care what nobody says. But yeah, so, again, they're probably, I'm guessing, Matt Reeves and James Gunn are probably having conversations behind the scenes, like, oh, what villains are you going to use? What villains will I use? This and that. So it's like, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to completely change how, like, the outcome of part 2 and part 3. But yeah, I mean, it kind of already changed, like how I showed you earlier about, like, Zoe with the outfit, but in reality it was like some other woman. What did I say her name was? Carla Diaz. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. Was it Carla? Yeah, Carla Diaz. Anyways, this is another image. Is there a Batman Brave and the Bold movie? And then it's all like, on January 31st 2023, James Gunn announced the Brave and the Bold as part of the DC Universe Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters reveal featuring Batman and his son Damian Wayne, so Robin, has been resolved. On June 15, 2023, Variety reported that Andy Muschietti, I don't know how to say his name, had been hired to direct the film. So, again, that's Batman Brave and the Bold. Completely different from Matt Reeves' Batman. Batman the Brave and the Bold and all that, it will be part of the DCU. So again, Justice League and all that, the big everything, Superman, Wonder Woman, all them, that's going to be part of the DCU. Now, this is what peak is right here. I'm going to show y'all peak right here. So, there's been rumors that Hayden Christensen, bro, might play Batman in the DCU. Bro, he should. I don't care what nobody says. He will go crazy as the Batman, bro. I don't care if I'm glazing right now, bro. Y'all seen him in Revenge of the Sith, bro. You turned her against me. Nah, I'm playing. And then Kenobi, bro. You have done that yourself. Nah. But again, bro, I would love to see Hayden Christensen as DCU's Batman. I don't care what y'all say. I know he will go crazy, bro. And it just would make sense. It just would make sense. You know, he was part of the Star Wars, big universe, just, and everybody remembers his acting, bro. Everybody. Revenge of the Sith. Literally from the first episode of the third one, everyone remembers, bro. They know that man literally is Darth Vader, bro. That man is literally Anakin Skywalker. I don't care what none of y'all said, bro, or say. But yeah, man, I think, dude, Hayden Christensen as Batman in DCU, bro. James Gunn needs to hire him already. I don't care, bro. Nah, I'm playing. But yeah, I think Hayden should play. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It would be peak. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. This is pretty much the whole video. I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, hopefully it's one of these 4 villains. Firefly, not so much. Court of Owls might be put to the side or whatever. They might be hidden. Not hidden, but they'll probably be in the background. Probably watching over or whatever happens. But yeah, man, I don't know. We'll just have to see, bro. Hopefully it's Mr. Freeze, or it's probably gonna most likely be Hush. But Mr. Freeze would go crazy, especially how the city's flooded and everything. But again, I don't know how they're gonna make it like realistic, so Mr. Freeze is able to use it, like his freeze gun, whatever he does. We'll just have to wait and see, dude. But oh my goodness, I don't like the fact that it got pushed back till 2026, bro. 2 years, bro. That's insane works, bro. But yeah, man. Thank y'all so much for watching. I know it was a long video, but oh man, it's just so much to be said. But who knows, man? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But thank y'all so much for watching, man. As always, thank y'all. Oh man, sorry. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Thank y'all so much for watching, man. I appreciate y'all. If y'all took the whole time to watch the whole video, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. As always, man, stay safe. Hope you have a good rest of your day. It's been your boy. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.